Call to order a meeting for the Normal Town Council for April 15th, 2024. Please call the roll.
Mayor Coos?
Here.
Mrs. Lorenz?
Here.
Ms. Harris? Mr. Byers?
Here.
Ms. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Preston? Mr. McCarthy?
Here.
We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have no public comment before the meeting.
Mayor, they can't hear you.
Oh, is it my turn to have the bad mic? We'll move to the omnibus agenda. Items will be taken with one vote unless a council member would like to pull an item for discussion. And item C has been removed by staff.
Move approval.
Thank you.
Second.
Items to be approved under the omnibus tonight are approval of the minutes of the regular council meeting of April 1st, 2024, a report to receive and file town of Normal expenditures for payment as of April 10th, 2024, a resolution authorizing the execution of a collective bargain agreement with the Police Benevolent and Protective Association Unit 22 and approving an associated budget adjustment. A resolution to waive the formal bid process and accept the quotes from Walker Process Equipment totaling $184,650 and Automatic Systems Company totaling $11,968 for equipment to rehabilitate Clarifier Number 2. A resolution to accept bids and award a contract to All Weather Courts for Ironwood Park Tennis and Pickleball Court resurfacing in the amount of $60,874. A resolution waiving the formal bidding process and approving the acquisition of furniture from Widmer Interiors in the amount of $53,243.51 through the Omnia Joint Purchasing Program. A resolution to waive the formal bidding process and accept quotes totaling $74,839.23 from Minuteman for the purchase of security cameras, Genetec licenses, installation and integration services, and $100,650 from Cell Electric for conduit installation and wiring for security cameras and all three uptown parking decks for a combined project cost of $175,489.23, and an ordinance amending the purchasing policy manual concerning the purchase of software and cloud-based services. Please call the roll.
Mrs. Lorenz?
Aye.
Mr. Byers?
Aye.
Smith?
Aye.
Mr. McCarthy?
Aye.
Mayor Coos?
Aye. Those items are approved. We have no general orders or new business tonight, but we do have one public commenter, Mr. Ron Ulmer.
Thank you for allowing me to speak. First of all, I want to thank you for the fact that on North 1100 block of North Linden Street, where pieces of raised sidewalk, my wife tripped over last July and broke her leg. Those have been repaired this spring, one of the earliest projects. So thank you. I have more to say about sidewalks, but I have a more important topic to get to. The danger of lead in water supply pipes has been in the news lately. And of course, Illinois ranks in the top 1 or 2, they in Florida, with lead pipe. And of course, Illinois is number 1, 2, or 3 in tax incidence. If you look at all the studies done on which states pay the highest tax, we're always in 1, 2, or 3. And that comes from all levels of government, all the way from local governments to the state legislature to our friends that run the city of Chicago. Okay. In the first 8 or 9 years of living on North Linden Street, I had to drive around I live in the 1100 block, at least 5 construction sites where the water department had to tear up the street to replace leaks in the main. So I asked, well, why isn't this scheduled for a new water main? The answer was, well, we have 2, maybe 3, I think it was 2, but anyway, houses that have retained their lead service, they don't want to change to non-lead service. So we can't, I said, well, pay, give them the money or subsidize them or put $2 a month on the bill. No, that's against policy. Okay, so now tearing up the street, and then there was a 6th leak right in front of the Town and Country Pet Hospital. And so instead of changing those 2 services or helping the citizens change those, if at all possible, it's cheaper, right, to tear up the street 6 times because you can't abandon the old water main under the street. Now that's the kind of ridiculousness. But every time you folks want to do something, the first thing is always raise taxes. Common sense would help a lot. I know there may be a rule, there may be policies, but you people know how to get around them when it's in the best interest of what you want. So anyway, eventually those were, and it was changed over. But can you imagine how many thousands of dollars were wasted tearing up the streets and replacing them, even though a relatively new main was under the street there, and they couldn't abandon the old one? Anyway, that's my comment tonight. How come it's always raise taxes, raise water rates, but don't use any common sense? Thank you.
Before taking a motion for adjournment, are there comments or concerns? Ms. Smith?
Yes, I just wanted to highlight that the SOAR recreational summer catalog has been in the mail and should be in homes now for households that have individuals that participate in this alternative recreation program. There's some really nice offerings, as always, for the summer program, and it's important to recognize that registration opens at 7 a.m. on Thursday, May 1st. If you really want to see that your family member gets in their desired program, it's best to register online because there are limits to how many participants they can take. And so I encourage you, if you see this coming into your household or you know of a family on your neighborhood that might be interested in it, let them know about this and hand them a catalog or give them that website. Thank you.
Motion for adjournment.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Byers?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Preston?
Aye.
Mr. McCarthy?
Aye.
Mrs. Lorenz?
Aye.
Mayor Kus?
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.